Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to our first healing circle of our 40 days retreat. I am Prema Devi, and I will be really happy to guide you through our first segment with our Tai Chi practice. And then Vidya will guide you through a really nice Reiki practice as well. And then, of course, Gurudev Shri Vasudeva will come and join us for the healing meditation. So to begin, we're going to do our centering. So I will just ask you to, whether you are sitting or standing, just close your eyes for a second. And really have the intention to relax the whole body. Relaxing your forehead, your eyes, your chin and your neck, your shoulders, relaxing your chest, your belly, your hips, relax your thighs, knees and calves, relaxing your arms, your hands and your feet. Let's bring full awareness into the here and now. Paying close attention to how the thoughts are in the mind, the emotions, the physical body. Do a nice scanning and notice where your attention draws you, and just breathe into that area. Inhaling into that specific point, whether it's the mind, the heart, the navel area, and just expand as you inhale and relax as you exhale, letting go. Practicing full breath awareness, helping you to stay fully present. Inwards. And see if you can actually hear or listen to yourself breathing in and out. Having the intention to open ourselves up to each other. Embracing this healing space that has been created for us by all of the masters of the light. Feeling gratitude for that blessing, for the grace. And really allow yourself to be guided, to align, so that the healing energies can support you through today's circle and forward. And with this open mind, open heart and body, bring the awareness back into the space, into the body, and gently open your eyes when you are ready. And now here I would like to share with you a few tips before we begin with our sequence. Gurudev has been talking a lot about the importance of having a very grounded, healthy, strong physical body. so that in our spiritual journey, we can handle the energies that we're receiving as we open up in our awareness and consciousness. So the intention of today's Tai Chi practice is to help us to balance mind, heart, and body while helping us to stay really grounded. So one of the tips that I wanted to share is that as we engage into these movements, that Tai Chi is like meditation in movement. But we can actually use this practice to balance the inner and the outer. So we can really come into the subtle being as well as into the grossness of the physicality. So as we engage, I will be guiding you to use the breath to anchor, in this case, to balance and synchronize the movements. But also, it's really important to remember to bring the awareness into the lower area, as many of us tend to go really inwards, really into the subtle being. We want to be, again, really aware of the physical body. So tightening the perineum is that energetic point between the genitals and the anus area. So have a slight tightening, even with the energetic awareness. Also, gently tightening the abdominal area. That really brings the mind into the body. That's what we usually do when I guide you through the tapping exercises, bringing the mind into the body. So I also use the knees slightly bended. Why? Because this brings a little bit of heaviness in the lower area, helping you to push the feet down towards the ground. So that gentle movement already helps us feel even more grounded. Another tip is that you can even slightly feel that you are grabbing the ground with your toes. So as you bring this awareness into the body, you can almost imagine that from the waist up, you are coming more into the subtleness of the movements, feeling as if you are being carried. With every move, you feel the slightness, as you feel almost guided, as if someone is doing the movements for you. And as we focus on the lower area, again, we want to feel the grossness of the physicality by having this intention of the perineum, the abdominal area tight, slightly tightened, and then the feet pushing towards the ground. You can even feel roots coming down from the bottom of your feet all the way down to the earth. And then the breath, I will be guiding you as I say breathe in and breathe out. We can actually put into practice some of the teachings that we received this weekend. For some of you that are already participating in the 40 days, we have been using the Zoham mantra. So something that came to mind today is that as we engage in these Tai Chi movements, you can add to the experience so that when I say breathe in and you inhale, you can, in your mind, repeat the So, and in the exhale, the Ham. The divine and I are one. You open up to the infinite being and let go of the I and limitations. So let's get ready. In this case, we're going to bring feet together. I will invite you to stand. And this practice can actually be done walking back and forth, but just for the practicality and to allow those that are here participating so that they can actually do this exercise where they are sitting right now. So here we're going to bring our feet together. We're going to relax our arms by the sides. And now we're going to open up the left leg towards the left side. We're going to come into almost I call it sometimes horse standing pose. We're tucking in the pelvis. We don't want the pelvis forward or backwards, but right in the middle, as if you are sitting on a chair. Your knees are slightly bended, again, pushing the feet down towards the ground. You can even grab with your toes the ground to feel even more grounded. Tightening the perineum slightly, the belly. And here we're going to bring our palms facing each other, just in your dantian area. And here we're just going to slightly open up and close as we become more energy aware. Imagine that as you inhale, you are expanding the energies. And as you exhale, you are bringing them in slightly, adding a little bit of tension in your palms. Feeling the upper body fully relaxed, the lower one really strong. And now as we breathe in, we're going to open up to the left side, making a big energetic circle as you inhale and exhale, coming back. To the right side, inhale, gently wiggling your fingers. Exhale. Left side, in, out. Remember the so and the ham. In, out. In, out. In and out. So here, just try to witness the movement. Inhaling to the front, out, into the left, one arm higher, out. Here we want to imagine we're a crane flying, looking far away, as if you are on the top of the mountains. Now right side goes higher, in, out, back to center, in, out, both arms equally high, in and out, back to center, in and out. Bringing palms by your waist, feet together, bringing the left one towards the right and making a step forward with the left foot. So now here, it's important to remember the tips. Feel that you are pushing the foot down towards the ground. In this case, the left and the right. And again, tightening the perineum and the abdominal area, as this can be a very meditative practice. Here we bring to center. So, hum. So, hum. In, out, in, out, both arms, in, out, in, and out. Coming back to center, and here we use the right foot to come forward. For those that have difficulties transitioning, you can always use a chair to help you stay balanced as you move from one leg to the other. Breathe in, out, in, out, adding a gentle smile to the face, in, out, enjoying every move, in, out, In, out, allowing the breath to be synchronized with the movements. And back to center, in and out. Hands to waist, and we come back to center, and left foot coming forward. We breathe in, out, observing, in, out. So, in, out, engaging your abs, in and out, in, out, and back to center, in and out. Hands to waist, we come back to center and we switch legs. In, out, in, breathing into dungeon, out, in, out, in, pushing the feet down, out, back to center, in, out, both arms, in, out, in, and out, and hands to waist, switching legs, one more time, bringing forward, in, out, in, out, remember we're a crane flying, in, out, in, out, back to center, in, out, both arms, in, out, and back to center, in, and out. We come back, and here we keep both feet together, bringing palms to our armpits as we inhale, exhale, down to dungeon, opening left leg to the left side, and here we want to breathe in as we raise the arms up, slightly back, and exhale, relaxing. One more, bending knees, coming up as you inhale, letting go and relax. Big sigh through your mouth, in and out. Letting go, perfect. Bringing feet together, arms up as you inhale, and scanning the energies coming down as you exhale. Down to dungeon. Once more. Scanning, balancing mind, heart, and body. And one more. And we relax. Very nice. And here we want to shake our hands, legs, feet. Give them a nice shake. And now here, we're going to do a little bit of a bone breathing exercise, which I really find it very, very grounding. It brings a lot of skin awareness, of course, as well as helping with the bone structure as we breathe in and out into the bones. So what is going to happen, here we also want to have our legs open a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and we come again in our horse standing pose. Tucking in our pelvis, right in the center, knees slightly bended, and we want to continue to focus to breathe into our Dantian dantian area, the lower abdominal. Inhaling as you expand and exhaling. So here, let's bring our palms right in front of our dantian area. And what we're going to do here is that as we inhale, we set the intention and visualize prana energy coming from the skin right into the bones. Every bone in your body, your head, your chest, your legs, your feet, your arms. And as you exhale, you bring that prana and energy back from the bones to the skin. So now here, let's put into practice the grounding tips that I gave you, pushing the feet down towards the ground, grabbing the floor with your toes, tightening the perineum, the belly, and as we expand and contract the palms, feel as if you are doing it against resistance, so that gives even a more impactful movement and sensation. So let's breathe in. Energy comes from the skin into the bones. And exhale, bones to skin. And we continue in. Remember the slight tension in the palms, relaxing the chest and the shoulders. Out. In. Out. Using the gross breath, listening to your own inhale and exhale. Bringing a lot of awareness into this practice. And as you become more energy aware, you may feel a slightly tingling in your skin, bubbling, almost like goosebumps sometimes. Engaging the gross breath even more. And in the next exhale, we relax fully, bringing feet together. Here we want to rub our palms. And as you rub them, do it with a little bit of friction. Really feel your palms rubbing against each other and feel the nice heat. And now you can gently close your eyes and imagine that this beautiful heat from your palms is really like a healing balm for your kidneys, sending healing energy and thoughts to your kidneys. A nice smile to your kidneys. You can say, I love you, my kidneys. Your heart, your liver, lungs, stomach, your dantian or dantian, the lower abdominal area, to the chakras at the bottom of your feet. And now bringing these palms gently over to your eyes, sending healing energy to your eyes. Massaging your face, your head, your neck, your ears. Give your ears a nice massage. Pulling them up, down, out, and shaking. And now here we want to rub our chest, our belly, and we sweep the energies down. And here we're going to close our segment, bringing palms together. Namaskar. Thank you so much, everyone. And now Vidya will guide you through the Reiki segment.
Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to the Reiki segment of our Healing Circle today. My name is Divya, and it's my pleasure to guide you through this session. Now, Prema Devi did a really great job in getting you into a place where your energy is already flowing very nicely. So we can move directly into our Reiki segment today. So wherever you're sitting, be aware of your body and relax. Take a deep breath in and breathe out and relax. Breathe in and relax. Breathe out and relax. Now let's bring our hands in Gasho, the prayer position. Fingers touching at the heart space. And let's just center our mind, center our hearts. And let us unite with each other in love. As together we come into the presence of the Divine Masters. With humility and gratitude, we create a network of light to serve the highest good of all. We pray for healing and awakening for ourselves and our world, that we may become conscious of the divine, of that unconditional love, and that we may always act with compassion. We give thanks for all our blessings and the presence of the Holy Ones. Now let us focus on the heart space, that space of unconditional love, the source of the divine Reiki energy that flows from deep within us. Let's become aware of that space and breathe into that space. And breathe out from that space. And as we breathe out, just feel the energy flowing down the arms and into the palm of the hands. And let's continue to do that until we feel that energy flowing freely from our hearts to the palm of our hands. We may feel a tingle, we may feel heat, we may feel nothing at all, but that's okay. And now let's place one hand at the top of our head and the other hand at the base of our skull. And let that energy, that Reiki energy, flow from our heart down our arms to our brain bring in healing, bring in balance to our brain, stimulating our pineal gland, stay centered and stay focused. And feel our brain being energized, our brain cells being energized. We bring balance to left brain, to right brain, male and female energies. Now move our hands very slowly from the crown to our forehead, covering our third eye, with the other hand still at the base of the skull. And here we're sending healing energies to our third eye, to our pituitary gland, which is the master gland of the endocrine system. And stay in that space of unconditional love. No expectations, no attachments. Just allow the energy to flow freely to wherever it is needed. Now let's bring our hands to cover our eyes, our physical eyes, as we send that Reiki energy to our eyes, to our nose, our sinus, our skin, our mouth, our jaws, our facial muscles. Reiki energy is universal energy. It comes from the source. It is wisdom. And let's gently bring our hands to cup our throat. And here we have our throat chakra, our center of communication, of self-expression. We have our thyroid glands, parathyroid, thymus gland. Let us bring healing and balance to these glands, to this center. And let's gently move our hands to our shoulders as we send Reiki energy to our shoulders. It's a place where we carry a lot of burden. So let's release those burdens. Those outer burdens, those inner burdens, just see them being released as you feel lighter and lighter. And let's gently move our hands across our upper chest, fingertips touching at the center. Here we have our upper lungs, our thymus gland, and let us bring strength and healing to our immunity system. As we allow that Reiki energy to flow freely from the source to our body. And when we stay attentive to what we're doing, the energy flows even more powerfully. Now let's bring our hands a little lower over the breast, fingertips touching at the center. Here we have our physical heart, our lungs, our sacred heart center. And if there are any emotional issues stored here, loneliness, depression, hurt, suppression, anger, any negative emotion, let's see that Reiki energy breaking them up, dissolving them into the light. And in its place, it is filled with unconditional love and compassion for ourselves. Now let's bring the hand a little lower, just below the breast. Here we have the diaphragm, the lower lungs, we have our liver, our spleen, send that Reiki energy to the organs, Gently slide the hands a little lower over the navel area. And this is our center, our power center, our core. And let us send that Reiki energy to give us more power if we feel we have lost our power to others. Let's regain that power. If we have lost control, let us regain that control. Here we have our digestive system. And let's bring healing to this very important system. Bring balance. Stay attentive to the process. Now gently slide your hands a little lower to the second chakra. And this is our center of creativity. And here we have our reproductive organs, our bladder. Let us bring strength to these organs. Let us bring healing to all wounds, all negative emotions that are stored here. Now gently slide your hands to the back at the level of your waist. And here we send in the Reiki energy to our kidneys, to our adrenal glands just above the kidneys. And here we store a lot of stress. Gently slide your hands a little lower to the first chakra. It's in a V shape. Hands are touching at the little fingers. And at this center, we're able to ground ourselves fully on the earth. Gently slide your hands across to the hips. As we bring loving support to our hip bones, the muscles, the ligament. Now let's bring our hands to our knees as we send that Reiki energy to our knees, to the bones, to the muscles. And let's go to the ankle. And to the next. Now let's just shake our hands off and let's do a little sweep as we clear the energies. Once, twice, 3 times. Now let's shake our hands off. Let's take a deep breath as we bring our hands back in Gasho. And connect again to that sacred heart space. And now we have our prayer box. So I'll just ask you to lift your hands, palms facing forward, to our prayer box. As we send our loving intentions, our prayers, our wish for healing, our Reiki energy, to all the intentions that are stored in our prayer box. We ask for all to be healed according to thy divine will. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all see only auspicious sights, and may no one ever share in sorrow. Om peace, peace, peace. Thank you, beloved God. Thank you, everyone. Now let's just bring our hands back in Gasho and stay in that sweet, loving, sacred space as we prepare for Guruji. Namaskar, everyone.
Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to this segment of our Healing Circle, our first in the 40 days of this year. Here we'll use our mind and breath and intention and attention. So let's immediately come into the mental space that is required. So we do that by centering in what we call our immortal self, our soul being, our subtle body. That includes your mental space, mental being. It pervades your entire body. Your mind pervades your entire body. All the information about your body is sent to the brain, and the mind is able to interpret and your mind can send messages to any part of the body and receive messages through any part of the body, through the nadis and the energy centers. They're receiving and transmitting centers within you. So your entire body is wired energetically at a subtle level and in a gross sense by the nervous system. So I'm asking you today to come into the realization of that. So you create mind awareness of entire body. The gross physical, the bone, the bones, they are living cells. The muscular part of you, ligaments and tendons. And then you have organs operating within you. You have cells operating within the body. Blood cells, brain cells, nerve cells, heart cells, and so on. Become more and more aware of everything that is taking place within your being. But be centered in your energy being. Be centered in the mental field. And stay vigilant in your awareness. Very present moment aware. And in touch with every part of your body and being. Now use your breathing effectively. Just breathe out slowly and completely and breathe in slowly and deeply. Like what you did in the Soham practice. Just to bring your mind, your senses, your energies into balance. So the Soham practice is an effective one to come into balance at every level. Remember to maintain complete body awareness. As you do the breath awareness. So breathing out slowly, completely as I've taught you, and breathing slowly and deeply, maintaining the pause at the end of the out-breath and the pause at the end of the in-breath. And just again, go with the natural movement of breathing. No need to force anything. Gently push the breath out. And pull the breath in as the lungs would have you do it. and trying to get in rhythm with the pranic currents of in-breath prana, vayu, and apana vayu. I use the word vayu so that you will understand its vital current. And do it in a way that relaxes the body completely. Each time you breathe out, just think of letting go of stresses at every level. And each time you breathe in, think of energizing, bringing more oxygen into the body, more prana at the brain stem and the third eye point. To breathe in that pranic energy center in the brain, and the front brain, where you can feel connected to the medulla point and the meeting of the nostrils. Stay at that point so you can bring balance to the mind, calmness to the mind. And belly breathe, chest breathe as you do that, so you can bring in the maximum amount of air into the body. And breathe out completely so you empty the lungs as much as you can. And really enjoy this process of nourishment. Listen to the sound of the breath for the sake of relaxation, that it soothes. And you can gently put in the so and the hum there, just for resonance in the mind, whilst keeping total awareness of body. And hold the awareness that you are in a healing space and your actions are intended for healing and well-being. Healing means wherever repair is required, where there is deterioration or damage. You're bringing the healing intention, and where you are well, you want to stay well, you want to maintain wellness. Now take that same breathing of the so and the hum to the heart. Opening up the heart to what it's special for, lovingness and loving being. Let that loving being just flow towards every cell. Just have the awareness of appreciation for the body, for the well-being of the cells, and stay in the beautiful biorhythm, natural biorhythm of the body and the energy body. Physical body and energy body, natural biorhythm. When you fall into that, there's the feeling of harmony, balance, homeostasis. Systems regularize. And now give attention to something that is magical. When you come to the heart, the skin awareness grows. So you can actually feel the prana going from the heart, through the body, to the skin, to the palms, as your hands are wired to the heart energy. And if you just think of loving, embracing your universe, you will produce the wonderful neurotransmitter that we call oxytocin, that makes you want to hug and to be happy and to feel love towards the universe. You can generate that from the inside, from your soul being. And you can actually feel what happens when you do that. And then when you become excited about every breath, you come into dopamine. And when you come into a space of contentment with the field, you come into serotonin. And when you begin to feel that pain disappearing, then you're coming into endorphins. So you have the ability to stimulate these neurotransmitters within the system simply by your intention. And let your intentions be in alignment with your divine self. That's what we call the co-creative posture. That I'm doing it with the divine. I'm doing it in alignment to the divine. Knowing that the divine is the source of all healing and well-being. And growth and evolution and consciousness, nourishment, the divine is behind it all. It nourishes and sustains a universe. Then who am I? It will sustain me completely. That nourishes through the prana of the mind, the prana of the breath. And you can take that Soham awareness to every energy center, to the sacral area, to the root, to the heart, but ensure that you have a centered brow, centered mental space, so that your intentions are held strongly. And allow yourself the freedom as you begin to feel this co-creative power, as you begin to have this co-creative experience as something is guiding your breath, something is guiding your hand, something is behind your mind, some power. Then work energetically with it as though you're getting involved in an energy dance, where you feel the breath magically moves, pauses, comes again. Get into that fluidity that we tend to call the zone of flow. All my hand movements, all my voice movements, they're all coming from that space of flow. And so, once you stay there with me, following what I'm saying, because I can feel your space, I'm holding you in that co-creative space. Just flow with me. For some of you, if you feel a little tired, ensure that you have belly breathing going until you can feel restored, or heart. If you are nodding because you feel tired, you feel sleepy, stay with the breathing of the gross area until you can feel sleepiness and tiredness going away. You can only have the best experience if you're not tired and sleepy and depleted. You can nourish yourself in these moments. Now, you can breathe into any part of your being using the Soham awareness or the Soham concept, and you can just breathe out in the hum, letting go of depleting energies, and with the So, you bring in the healing energies, the restorative energies. You need to use your mind in an intention in the space of flow. Now I'm going to stay silent here so I can work with you in the inner space. And this is pure delight for me. This is ambrosia as I work with the prana. If you work with me, you will feel that your hands will automatically move, that your mind will become peaceful, that your heart space will open. Stay with me in the process. If your mantra is changed from one to another, worry not about it. Just go with whatever is coming into your space. If Om Guru comes in as a healing mantra, if Om comes in, use it. If no mantra comes in, just work with the intention. If the breath flows down, but you can feel this incredible surge of energy throughout your being, that's fine. That is the divine at work. As I said, the space is pure ambrosia. Let me delight in it. My mind wants to do Om. It doesn't want the duality of Soham. And my breath is moving slowly, and I'm totally conscious of every movement of it. And I can feel that the vital energies through my body is growing, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's restoring. I am along my spinal column, tapping into the energies along the column. And breathing it into my body, breathing out into my body. I'm taking energies to my eyes, open the mind and work intuitively. Without using my fingers, I'm doing, it just came to my mind, to do alternate nostril breathing, so I can tap into the heating and cooling energies for balance. You can use your fingers if you wish to do this with me. Or you can use just your attention, your intention and the breath. ensure that you don't lose the gross body. If you need to open up to more oxygen, you should. And belly breathe for core stability. Even as you ascend to the higher levels of consciousness in your awareness, maintain the body awareness so you can be stable in the body and you can bring these energies into the body. In bringing energies into the body, you breathe into the gut. Keep the gentleness of the rhythm and begin to explore how your body delights in being remembered. I'm breathing into my belly and I'm really enjoying bringing a little more oxygen. If you're breathing into the belly, breathe fully until you can feel the belly expanded to its maximum. And hold it there for a moment before you breathe out. And now begin to energize the entire body, bringing more of the gross breath, more oxygen into the body. By breathing into the heart area as well, energize touch and skin awareness. Breathing into the throat, energize the hearing sense. Breathing into the sacral area, the taste sense. And breathing into the root, the smell. You need to open up with the ujjayi to bring in a little more of the gross breath to enjoy this experience and bring in a little more oxygen to the body, whilst maintaining the beauty of the rhythm, the natural biorhythm. And here is soul harmonizing with body. Now just take a scan. Every part of your body should be revitalized. You should feel vital at every level. So continue to breathe and bring a little more oxygen to the body, the sound that you will produce as we chant the Mahamrutyunjaya mantra will become more vocal, more vibrational. Learning to use the breath effectively is extremely important in voice control, in body management, in vitality management, in body revitalization. So you need to master the use of the breath. Now my body is ready for the chanting of the mantra. Join me. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank everyone for joining in to our first healing circle of the 40 days. I hope you've been nourished by today and that you will sleep better, the nerves feel better, body feels revitalized, and you feel, on the whole, more in balance. That's the goal. So just to say, you should never neglect your physical body. And you should never abuse it by the wrong foods, wrong amount of foods, by the lack of rest, by the lack of attention to your body, the lack of water in the body, hydration. So don't abuse the body, please. The body is important. Its hydration is important. Right food, right amount, right quality, right frequency is important. And as you grow older, you don't need so much food, remember that. So don't be governed by your appetite, by your artificial appetite, but by the natural appetite of the body itself. Your body knows what it wants. Learn to listen to the body. Learn to have body intelligence. That comes with more God awareness. It's a joy to live in the body, really. if you learn how to take care of it and to appreciate it. Don't put it to bed with stress. Try to remove all the stresses like we have done before you put your body to bed. It doesn't really take much. And the more you build it into a habit, the easier it becomes. Within 5 minutes, you can bring the body back to balance. Body is important in a journey. To fulfill your physical responsibilities, and most importantly, to journey higher in the consciousness. Because to journey higher, you're going to bring more vital energies into the body, and you want your nervous system to be strong for it. So let me wish you a marvelous day wherever you are. Let's find that joy of life, that we will feel purposeful, that we'll feel existence is meaningful, and that we'll enjoy just living in the body for a purpose. And that our purpose not just be about us, but about all of us. Whatever we do impacts the world around us, whether it's a family, the country, the world. We are so now networked by internet that we can just send out something that impacts everybody. So be responsible, everyone. Listen to your body, take it seriously. Your body is an entity by itself. It's so many cells. It's a community of cells. Don't maltreat them, please. Learn to be conscious of them. It's a lovely body. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.